The politics of the Palestinian National Authority take place within the framework of a semi-presidential multi-party republic, with a legislative council, an executive president, and a prime minister leading the cabinet. Political developments since 1993. Israel and the Palestine Liberation Organization signed the Gaza-Jericho Agreement, which established the Palestinian National Authority, a governing body for the interim period pending final status negotiations. Executive branch. The President of the State of Palestine is the highest-ranking political position in the Palestinian National Authority. The President is elected by popular elections. The Prime Minister is appointed by the President and thus not directly elected by the Palestinian Legislative Council or Palestinian voters. Unlike the Prime Minister's office in many other nations, the Palestinian Prime Minister does not serve as a member of the legislature while in office. Instead, the appointment is made independently by the ruling party. The Prime Minister is expected to represent the majority party or ruling coalition in the parliament. The leadership of the PNA has been disputed since the National Unity Government broke up on 14 June 2007 when President Abbas declared a state of emergency move to dismiss Ismail Haniyeh as Prime Minister, but he and the Palestinian Legislative Council did not acknowledge the legitimacy of this step. Fighting between Fatah and Hamas has left the former in control of the West Bank, and the latter in control of the Gaza Strip, resulting in separate de facto leaderships in the territories, both with dubious constitutional legitimacy. The situation was aggravated on 9 January 2009 when Abbas's term of office should have expired and Hamas appointed its own acting president in the form of Abdulaziz Duwaik, who as the Speaker of the Palestinian Legislative Council can take over the post for 60 days under certain circumstances. Legislative branch. The Palestinian Legislative Council is the legislature of the Palestinian Authority. It is not to be confused with the Palestine National Council, which remains the national legislature of the Palestinian people as a whole. The PLC passed a new law in June 2005 increasing the number of MPs from 88 to 132. Stipulating that half be elected under a system of proportional representation and half by traditional constituencies. Parliamentary elections took place on 25 January 2006. Initial exit polling indicated that Fatah won the most seats, though without a majority, but the results were different. Administrative divisions. After the signing of the Oslo Accords, the West Bank and the Gaza Strip were divided into areas and governorates. Area A refers to the area under PA security and civilian control. Area B refers to the area under Palestinian civilian and Israeli security control. Area C refers to the area under full Israeli control such as settlements. International organization participation. UN, OIC, AL-NAM, G77, UNESCO, United Nations. The United Nations General Assembly recognized the PLO as the representative of the Palestinian people in Resolution 3210 and Resolution 3236. And granted the PLO observer status on the 22nd of November 1974 in Resolution 3237. On the 12th of January 1976, the UN Security Council voted 11-1 with 3 abstentions to allow the Palestinian Liberation Organization to participate in a Security Council debate without voting rights, a privilege usually restricted to UN member states. It was admitted as a full member of the Asia Group on 2 April 1986. After the 1988 Palestinian Declaration of Independence, the PLO's representation was renamed Palestine. On 7 July 1998, this status was extended to allow participation in General Assembly debates, though not in voting. by September 2012, with their application for full membership stalled due to the inability of Security Council members to make a unanimous recommendation. The Palestine Authority had decided to pursue an upgrade in status from observer entity to non-member observer state. On the 27th of November it was announced that the appeal had been officially made, and would be put to a vote in the General Assembly on November 29, where their status upgrade was expected to be supported by a majority of states. In addition to granting Palestine non-member observer state status, the draft resolution expresses the hope that the Security Council will consider favorably the application submitted on 23 September 2011 by the State of Palestine for admission to full membership in the United Nations, endorses the two-state solution based on the pre-1967 borders, and stresses the need for an immediate resumption of negotiations between the two parties. On Thursday, 29 November 2012, in a 138-9 vote, UN General Assembly Resolution 67/19 passed, upgrading Palestine to non-member observer state status in the United Nations. The new status equates Palestine's with that of the Holy See. The change in status was described by The Independent as de facto recognition of the sovereign state of Palestine. The vote was a historic benchmark for the sovereign state of Palestine and its citizens. It was a diplomatic setback for Israel and the United States. Status as an observer state in the UN will allow the State of Palestine to join treaties and specialized UN agencies, such as the International Civil Aviation Organization, the Law of the Seas Treaty and the International Criminal Court. It shall permit Palestine to claim legal rights over its territorial waters and airspace as a sovereign state recognized by the UN. It shall also provide the citizens of Palestine with the right to sue for control of the territory that is rightfully theirs in the International Court of Justice, and with the legal right to bring war crimes charges, mainly those relating to the illegal occupation of the State of Palestine, against Israel in the International Criminal Court. The UN has permitted Palestine to title its representative office to the UN as the Permanent Observer Mission of the State of Palestine to the United Nations. Palestine has started to retitle its name accordingly on postal stamps, official documents and passports. Moreover, it has instructed its diplomats to officially represent State of Palestine, as opposed to the Palestine National Authority. Additionally, on 17 December 2012, UN Chief of Protocol Jyon decided that the designation of State of Palestine shall be used by the Secretariat in all official United Nations documents.